Hey, it's Lucas, and today we're going to be reviewing Khiron Banana Ice Cake. Before we jump into this review, I just want to say to YouTube very clearly, I will not be medicating in this video. I will not be showing the medication in this video. This is 100% legally prescribed medication in the UK by a doctor. There is no reason to age restrict this video, and to anybody that's got a problem with age restricting this video, it has nothing to do with kids, right? If this video gets age restricted, the chances that other stoners will see this video are very low. Other medical patients won't see this video. Nobody's going to see the video, so there'll be no point making it. So yeah, please do not age restrict the video. Banana Ice Cake is a cross between 3 different strains: banana, wedding cake, and gelato 42. I've had wedding cake and I've had gelato before. I don't know if I've had specifically gelato 42, but I've had a lot of different types of gelato before, so I'm pretty sure I know what that flavor's like. Wedding cake is one of my favorites, and banana I've never had before. This is a hybrid that claims 18% THC and less than 1% CBD. 18% is on the lower end for medical bud. I think most of the ones that I've seen are around 20 to 30% THC, so 18% really is on the lower end. And don't be fooled by that 18%, because as I'll explain later, this has actually been really good for me. So we're going to start with the looks, and honestly, it's not great. If you want to see what these nugs look like, I'll leave a link in the pinned comment to a short where I show the flower, but I'm not going to be showing it here, obviously, because I don't want it to get age restricted. But these nugs, they don't look the best. Honestly, they are old. My expiry on this is the 22nd of October, and it's currently the 18th as I'm making this, so it's not very long at all. The nugs remind me of wedding cake nugs in the way that they're quite dense. They're medium sized, they're not massive, but they are dark purple. The thing that's putting me off is the purples look black. That's never been my type of thing. I like a purple to look nice and vibrant and purple instead of black. This is old bud, like I said earlier, so the trichomes on it all look orange and dusty, and it's just really unappealing with the orange and the black. It's just not good. This strain has the potential to look really nice, like I said earlier, with parents like wedding cake and gelato. I can't speak for the banana because I've never had it and I've never seen any of the nugs. This should look really nice, but it just doesn't. It just looks a bit shit. So I think I'm going to give the looks probably a 4. I'm going to stick to a 4 for the looks. When I first opened this, the smell that I got was not good. It was hardly there to start with, but the smell that I could find, I didn't like. I've had this bud in a jar for about 3 weeks now, and when I open the jar now, it gives me still some of that pungence that I didn't like, but it also gives me almost a peppery smell, very similar to wedding cake. I would expect to get an overwhelming sweetness with an undertone of gassy pungence, considering the parents, wedding cake and gelato. Again, I can't speak for the banana, but I don't get any sweetness from this whatsoever. It is just overwhelmingly pungent, and it's not really a nice pungence. It's peppery in a way, but it's just like pepper that's been left outside when it's raining. Now, I usually like the smell of rain, but it's just not the smell for me. It's pungent, it's peppery, it gives the nose sting, and there's absolutely no sweetness to it whatsoever. So although it's improved slightly being in the jar, meaning the smell is a little bit stronger, I still personally don't like it. So I'm going to give the smell just a 5. Honestly, it's not the worst thing I've ever smelled, but again, I don't like it. So smell is getting 5 out of 10 for the whole nugs. The nugs grind down to be dense over fluffy, but the ground up smell is a lot nicer than the whole nugs. A lot more of the sweetness is unlocked, and the peppery pungence takes a step back. It's still there, but the sweetness is leveling it out, and it makes it a lot nicer, so I'll bump it up to a 6 for the ground up smell. When I was researching this strain before I bought it, I thought that this would make a really good nighttime strain for me, considering the parents, especially wedding cake. I know I've said it a million times in this video, but I really like that strain for a nighttime. I have, however, found that this is a really good daytime strain for me. Just one capsule in the Mighty melts away all my anxiety without leaving me couch locked, so I can still get up and do whatever I need to do during the day, but it doesn't send my mind racing. It literally just chills me out without sedating me, which is why I really like the effects of this. When I medicate, I typically start at 160 and I vape through a water pipe, so I don't know if that makes any difference, but I prefer the hit through a water pipe. I know a lot of people during the daytime don't like to temp step. They will typically stay below 180 or 185. I think it's 185, but me, I temp step, I start at 160 and I go all the way up to 210 until absolutely no vapor is being produced. The taste I get at 160 is of semi-sweet green bananas with a hint of black pepper. The amount of vapor being produced is not a lot. As you increase the temperature to 170 and then again to 180, the flavor stays relatively the same. It gets a little bit more on the side of black pepper, until about 185 to 190, and then the flavour just goes completely. The amount of vapour produced just from one Mighty capsule is not a lot, and it is definitely dry and harsh. When I use this through the Mighty straw attachment when I'm out and about, it does make me cough a hell of a lot, and even when I'm using it through a water pipe at home, I'm still coughing, so it's definitely dry and harsh vapour. So diving into the rating, I'm going to give the looks a 4. It's got potential, it could look good, it just really doesn't, and also it's old. I don't know what it is with medical bud. Again, I think it's because most of it is old. The yellowy orange dust in a trichomes, it really puts me off. It just looks horrible. So yeah, 4 out of 10. I can see the wedding cake-esque nugs, again, with the shape and the colour and the density. It's got the potential to be really good, but it's just not. And again, I forgot to mention earlier, the bud's filled with micro seeds. Like, I can't see them if I physically break the bud down with my hand, but if I chuck a nug in the grinder and then open it up and just move the bud around, I can see a shit ton of micro seeds. So again, that's annoying. Looks 4, smell of the whole nugs 4, broken down, I'd give them a 5, so overall for the smell I'm going to give it a 4.5. The taste at 160 is almost exactly like what you would expect, but extremely muted. It tastes like sweet green bananas, which is not terrible, but once you up the temperature, that flavour is just completely gone. Gets a little bit more pepperier, and then it just completely is not there anymore. It just tastes like vaped bud, like popcorn basically. It's not the best. I wish that it had more flavour, because I think that this strain should taste amazing, but it just doesn't. So flavour for me, again, I'm going to give it a 4. Looks 4, smell 4.5, taste 4. Effects for me personally, I really like them. And again, I'll say it, it's such a fucking shame that we have such bad quality bud, because this could be amazing. This has all the properties to be a 10 out of 10 from me, but the quality of the bud is just so bad that I have to lower it down to be a 4. The effects for me are really good. Back to the age-old argument, why do you need your bud to look, taste and smell good if it's working for you? It's super hard to vape like this. It's so dry that it's hard to actually consume, so that's one of the reasons right there for you. But yeah, the high for me, I feel great right now, which, you know, I feel good. I just wish that the meds were good as well. My knees feel light, which is a new one. Usually it's my shoulders and my arms that feel light, but I've got like a warm lightness, that's the only way that I can describe it, in my knees, and that feels pretty good. I've got the behind the eyes sort of little bit of warmth, but mainly just sort of a heaviness in my forehead, which I like that feeling, so that works for me. The time is currently 20 to 12. I have work at 2:30, so by the time I get to work, I'll definitely vape another capsule, but it's good. It's not going to knock me out. However, I will say that if you vape like 3 bowls of this, back to back, you're going to want to sit down and you're going to want to go to sleep. I did that the other day. Vaped 3 bowls back to back, and I was trying to play a game, and I just like literally could not focus on it. My entire body was melting. So yeah, it can be a good daytime strain in lower doses, and it can also be a nighttime strain. If this was better quality, I'd keep this on my script all day long, but it's just not, so I just need to find a flower that is better quality-wise and does the same thing for me. So, you know, that's the situation that we're in over here. My train of thought has definitely been derailed as the high has set in, so I'm going to finish this video by rating this flower a 4 out of 10, and the effects are definitely like an 8 out of 10 for me, so that would increase the rating to it being overall about a 6 out of 10, but I don't want to give it a 6 out of 10 because the quality of the flower is not a 6 out of 10. The effects are, but the quality is just not. And for that, I think I'm going to give Khiron's Banana Ice Cake a 5 out of 10. It really is a shame because it has so much potential. I say this in every one of my medical videos. Literally go back and watch them and take a hit every time I say it has so much potential, but it's just so bad. 5 out of 10 for Khiron's Banana Ice Cake. I don't recommend that you go out and try this because it's not worth the money. This one is a £5.50 a gram strain, and I don't even want to pay that for it. So yeah, definitely don't go out and try this. Don't give them your money. It's not worth it. I wish that the quality of the bud was as good as the quality of the high, because like I said, I feel good, but it's so hard to actually consume the medication that getting to this point is just not worth it. So 5 out of 10. If you like the video, leave a like, leave me a comment telling me if you like this video, which strain should I try next, subscribe for more videos. Peace.